thought at some point there was a usage for the idea of fearing love and death, being that they aren't mutually exclusive. But now it seems to be only a passing memory. Anyway, it's time for my usual routine. Go downstairs, make breakfast, and water the flowers. Society doesn't really seem to function as well as it used to. The roar of passing vehicles, the incoherent chatter of people walking by, and any other man-made sound dropped from a wave to a whisper to nothing at all. After my wash, I decide to go and see my mother downstairs. They allowed me to stay at their farm for a duration due to a brief stint within an institution. But I think it's the owners who are really insane, depriving me of the food and drinks that I so desperately need. I suppose it's lucky that my parents knew people that could get me out, and I'm glad for it. All white is not my style at all. "What's for breakfast, Mom? Also, can I have a coffee? The special one that you make." I say as I clumsily walk down the stairs, still half asleep. There was no response, which wasn't unlike her. I step into the living room and find her sitting on the sofa. A vacant stare adorned her face, eyes that are gray and plastic. Her skin was shallow and sagging. She must not have been well. I clear my throat and lightly tap on the door frame, but her head doesn't move. "Seriously? Look, I'm sorry about what I said last night, but with the way things have been recently, I just lose my temper quickly." Still, nothing. Sighing and turning away, while trying to see if she moves within my periphery, I reside to the kitchen to go make myself a cappuccino. I see my father sitting at the table, having the same expressionless face as my mother. "Oh, for fuck's sake, you too?" I snap as I stick the kettle on and fill my mug from the coffee pot. "Seriously, you guys are the ones who made me and now treat me as though I never even existed. Can I at least get a look in my direction?" I walk behind him and prod him on the shoulder. He slumps forward, his head smacking onto the table with a loud crack. I have had enough, finish my coffee and power walk up to my room, but there was something that I forgot, a special ingredient. Remembering this, I run to my bathroom, grab the teaspoon that I left at the side of the bath, and hold the cup over the bath so I don't ruin the floor. I think I drained enough blood to last me for a week or two. The iron, salted texture really brings out the sweetness. I think this time I'll add 2 spoonfuls. I take a sip and it tastes just as I imagined. Luckily, my mother and father have just the right type to tantalize my taste buds. I'm so glad we live so remotely. Wouldn't want their smell to offend any neighbors. I guess I'll have to move them soon. They aren't as heavy with their organs removed. But I suppose I'll just have to wait until they decide to talk to me again. But anyway, I feel this coffee deserves a good snack. Coincidentally, my timer goes off and I wander down to the kitchen. As I put on gloves, I open the oven and take out the tray. The meat has cooked just enough, not too raw and not too overcooked. Another thing I feel thoughtful for as mother and father gave themselves to me. Well, they didn't say, but I just sort of assumed I could. After all, parents are supposed to provide for their children. I think I will let my tool sit in the washing bowl for just a little longer as I slurp down my drink, picking out bits of sinew out my teeth. The water is an orange type of color. I stare at it before placing my mug on the counter side. Like I said, I thought at some point there was a usage for the idea of fearing love and death, being that they aren't mutually exclusive. But now it seems to be only a passing memory.